Oh, I'm dropping a lot of frames. Go away. Not
There it
right.
goes.
Oh, there you go.
Now you are. You're
Am I
live.
live? Am I live?
You are live.
Oh my goodness! It's the start of great things. He says. He says, laughing. I'm waving at everybody. Can everybody see me? Say in chat. Hello, chat. Oh my goodness. Right. Okay. You lot. You have one simple instruction. It's a very easy instruction. It's not an instruction that you will find difficult to follow. This instruction is as follows. Be gentle with me. I have never done this before. Normally, and be aware that profanity filter is engaged, and we're going to do our best. I've gone into Avo mode, not normal mode. So hopefully it will be all right. But if I say anything, you didn't hear it. All right, just pretend it was a buzz. Right, so I thought, what I'm just going to explain what's going on. I'm going to just try a little bit of streaming from now on. And I'm just going to wander around. I know I'm meant to be building something. I'm going to build something in a minute. Be patient. What I'm going to do is I'm going to have a little bit of a go at streaming now and get everything wrong now. So hopefully when I go and stream on Legacy or Avomance or whatever else we do a stream on, I won't get it quite so wrong. But, oh well, we'll see how it goes, shall we? So what I thought we'd do is I'm just going to keep utterly comfort zone on this fella and I'm going to build a house. So, but I'm going to let you guys... Oh, someone's hosting me. Skyan, you're mental. But thank you. That's very nice of you. We've got... I've completely lost it. What would you like me to build? What style? This will be laugh. Right, you can tell me what style you want me to build in. And you can pick any style whatsoever as long as it's medieval. Yeah, hang on. Oh yeah, I had the inventory up. Right, as long as it's medieval. Steampunk, you've got 2 hopes. Not a chance on my first stream. We could go modern. We could go perhaps a little bit of rustic, or we could go modern, or we could go rustic. What do you think you'd like? I'm kind of steering this conversation ever so slightly. What I thought we'd do, should we do a little bit of rustic? Okay, that's an excellent choice. Thank you everybody for voting in that direction. So I'm just going to get some bits and pieces. So how is everybody? Oh, no, not polished andesite, for goodness sake. Don't do that. That would be awful. I think we should just remove these blocks at the top here because that just won't do at all. Let's get myself... This is how I actually prepare myself when I'm doing a tutorial before I go and do the tutorial. It's a slow process, but it's okay. So what we're going to do first, turn yourself around, fella, otherwise you won't be able to build anything. See, what I've got to do is I've got to try and watch what I'm placing, and I've got to watch what you guys are saying on the right hand side. So this is new. Right, I think what we'll do is we'll go for a 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. First ever live counting with Avo right there. You were there to see it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7 and pull off the square like that. I'm just going to pause every now and again just to watch what everybody is saying. Oh, Willie's in. Monster Bat's in. Loads of Raven's in. Yes, rustic. That's what I meant. Yeah, I knew that's what you meant. Well done, Raven. Thank you very much. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7 there. And there. Okay, so that is a really rubbish rustic looking house. Should we make it one more? 4, 5, 6 and 7. So if we're going to go for an hour or so, I suppose I should probably do something that's a half decent size. What do you reckon? Half decent size? Yeah, I do too. So let's come around this side and we'll come in 3 there and there as well, and perhaps we'll repeat that at the back a little bit also like that. So we've got something that looks like that. So this is nothing too fancy, but hopefully it will look quite decent when we finished it. Let's come up 3, 4, 5 this way. So how is everybody anyway in chat? I've got to get used to talking to people whilst I'm building stuff. Normally I've got people shouting in the background, but it's not quite the same. How many people have got watching? I've got no idea how to know how many people have got. Oh yes, I do. 18. That's 18 people. You're all insane. That's brilliant. Right, coming across here. Building the frame. Okay, in chat, how many people build the frame up before they build the rest of the house? Actually, genuinely interested in other people's techniques at the moment. Are you a frame builder or do you just go from ground up? I guess in survival sometimes it's easy to do a ground upper, but I quite like to see the frame because it gives me a feel for what the house is going to look like at the end. like this. Okay. Vigo! Dude, mate, how you doing? Nice to see you. What are you doing hosting me? You're insane. You know you're going to lose viewers and subs and followers and all that kind of malarkey, don't you? But I'm very grateful. Thank you for that. I've not dropped any frame rates yet, which is always good. Someone else followed me. I heard the booty boo. Raven, thank you. It took you time, for goodness sake. You could have done quicker than that. You should have done it the second you came into the thing. Right, here we go. And Pork Chop Wally. Hey, Wally, thanks for coming in. Really appreciate it. Right, I only know people are following because I've got a funny daft noise coming in. Right, so we've got, I think that works quite well. Now we've got to come along this side as well. And we'll finish this off here. So if anybody that's just joined us, this is the first ever Avomance stream. First ever. So this is where I'm going to be making all my mistakes. You're going to be very gentle with me, I think is probably the best way to put it. What steps should we use? Should we go for no, that's stairs. Come on, how many times have you done this? You're a professional, for goodness sake. Let's go for cobblestone steps and we'll lap them out and over. There and there. Are you guys talking amongst yourselves? Because I realise I'm not really interacting with you very much. I think life is... Lily's going to faint. Oh, God love her. Don't faint, Lily. Because at the minute, it's really expensive for healthcare. So you don't want to do that. You could hit your head and everything. Right, so if I... Actually, no, I don't want to do that because this is going to be a short one. So let's just do a standard 12-12 gable. I don't know how many... This is called a 12-12 gable where you literally go up at a 45-degree angle in both directions. It's called 12-12 because for every 12 feet that you go up, you go across 12 feet at the same time. Somebody taught me that. I've got no idea who it was. I timed that really bad. How did that end up being an even number? Okay, well, this isn't going to look the way I thought it was, but that's okay. We'll live with it. If I come out there with this one... and there also, it's really difficult to place blocks whilst looking about 12 inches to the opposite direction. This is a learning experience. It's quite funny, actually. I'm deleting blocks instead of placing them. Come in there and there. I'm getting doobie-doos. Who is that? Blue Kingfisher. Hello, Blue Kingfisher. I know who you are. Right, someone's watching. So we're just going to do the steps and the blocks to create this roof. So what the idea is going to be, I've fluffed this up already, but it's okay. We're going to make it good. But this is an even number, should be an odd number. Don't know if this is an even number, should be an odd number. We'll find out when we get to the top. But I'm just going to create a different stepped roof on this one, just to give it a different feel. This is one of those classic builds where if you are building it halfway through, it looks genuinely quite rubbish, but afterwards it looks good. And if it doesn't look good, you have to pretend that it looks good just to make me feel better. Okay, so let's come up. This one, I've done an odd number, so at least I can count in one direction. That's something. Up like that, select that, pop that there. This is a familiar scene. I'm sure you've seen me do this in a bazillion tutorials. So if we come and do exactly the same on this side as well. This is normally where I'd also do a jump cut, but not today. So, Twisted is in. Thank you very much. Hey, Chicky. Good to see you. Everybody's piling in now. This is quite fun. We've got 22 viewers. Is that good? I've got no idea. I'm competing with Tango. Tango had 3,500 earlier on. So we're going to see if we can get that by the end of the hour. If you can all go and get your mates, that would be amazing. And we'll be at affiliate before we know it. Coming around here. I think cobble works. I was going to go for brick, but sometimes brick just looks a little bit harsh. Cobbles, whilst it's all bobbly like this, I quite like the texture it gives on some of these houses. So let's flip that around there and that like that. Okay, I don't like how that looks. I'm going to come and sort that out another time. Right. Quite good for a... Cherry Mum, that's very nice of you to say so. I've been going 5 minutes. So we'll see how it goes. This isn't going to work again, is it? Because this is going to be the same even number when it should have been odd. Come up and around. Ferocious seahorses in. I can see you're not fooling anyone. Coming up there and now. Discord was getting a little dry. Was it really, Wally? All right, well, hopefully this will reinvigorate the Discord at the same time. And you can all talk about me behind my back in the safe knowledge that I'll read it when you've gone. Right, okay, so that's that. This is going to be, again, the same. Do people do roofs? In the chat, very interested. Do you do the roof before you do the walls? I'm really funny about that. If I do the roof after I've done the walls, it just doesn't feel quite right to me. So I'm just going to do a staggered 12-12 with this one, I think. So we'll go in and then we'll come out afterwards.
Got a raid.
And there. I've got a raid. Who's raided me?
Shaka Panda.
Shaka Panda, how are you? Good to see you, my mate. Feels like I was only talking to you a moment ago. But thank you for the raid, my friend. How many people we've got? 22 viewers in. There we go. Up, there, and around and down. Right, now, big decisions now, people. We've got to decide what we're going to put on the roof. You know what? No, I'm not going to do that. I've changed my mind utterly. I'm going to do a raised floor on this fella, and we're going to use... this is... Can you tell I'm making it up as I go along? Let's use some stripped oak, I think, and we're going to raise the floor up on this. It means that these ends are going to be a little short, but that's all right. I can live with that. That's gone around the wrong way. No, it hasn't. But that has there, and there. Okay, so I'm coming indented one because we're actually going to do some flat walls. I normally go for a little bit of depth on the walls, but what we'll do is we'll create the depth going in a different direction as a result of building out rather than building in. So coming all the way across. One big difference I've noticed with Twitch when you're doing this is you can't accelerate this to 300 times actual speed and jump to the next bit. It's extremely alien, but hopefully I'll get all the blocks in the right direction because I won't edit those out either. Coming to the end. Oh, nearly. I realised I indented at the other end, didn't I? So I'm not. So that's indented. That's indented, so this needs to be indented as well, but are not indented as well because we've come in one step there. Hate it when it does that. Right there.
Shaka's admiring your bot name.
He's admiring my bot name. Yeah, my bot is that we've been friends for a very long time, my bot and I. So it's looking after me, hopefully. Not as much as Ellen Voss are looking after me, to be fair, but it's looking after me. Right, so come there, come around. Now, ordinarily, I'd probably cross-hatch this stuff, but I thought let's keep it quite simple this time rather than cross-hatching it. Otherwise, I'm just going to be there forever doing a floor. So you'll notice what I've done here. We've got an indent here where we're going to be putting the wall, and we've got a basic flat there. So I'm not quite sure how I'm going to work that. I'll come back to that in a minute. And what I might do, in fact, what I am going to do is I'm going to delete that out, and I'm going to change my mind on the design. Trust, is that going the wrong way? That is going the wrong way. Why didn't anybody say anything? You meant to say something. Perhaps you did. Does anybody say that in the chat? No.
No.
What use are you all? For goodness sake. You're meant to be guiding me here, people. Right. Come that way. Temp there.
I thought you wanted it that way.
Right. So there we go. So I've got an indent all the way around, except for that side again. Right, okay, we are farming. Well, not literally, otherwise I'd be building something entirely different. I'm going to come with some cobble, but we're going to keep it flat first. And then I'm going to change up the texture on the cobble afterwards by placing... Because I'm in creative, it's dead easy just to knock stuff out and put it back in. In survival, it's obviously a little bit trickier to do that, and you have to start placing blocks on blocks on blocks and double wielding blocks and things like that, but we can do it this way. Right, so want to vote. Right, which is going to be the front? Do we want the front to be the one that's got the gable already, or do we want the front to be the one that's not got the gable? In the chat now, what do you reckon? Gable, not gable? I shall wait patiently whilst building up more walls, because what I'm going to do at the front, I'm going to put a little porchway, I think. Got to keep talking all the way across. Right, so we'll punch out some windows here. Now, bearing in mind, the floor level is 1 up. So punching out a window there just doesn't work. So we're going to get single level windows on this elevation. Let's put one there, a double gap on one there, and then we'll pull it all around and we'll do a larger window on that side. I think like that. That will work. So as anybody, the no gable end is the winner. So this is going to be the front. So what I'll do is I'll make sure that we've got a door section. That's going to go there. We'll bring this up and that will be our front. Pop that there. The door can go there and we'll change that up in just a moment. Let's get some oak planks. Now again, save a bit of time. You could always use some half slabs, but I'm not going to do slabs because I'm just going to shove the planks down and we're going to wrap around to try and create quite a large front on this, I think, all the way to the end. No, not to the end. Let's come this far. We'll make a really large open front for people to come and sit in the sun. Moo Poo's in. Hey Moo Poo, how are ya? Good to see ya. Thanks for coming. You don't have to be mad to watch it, but it doesn't half help. Right. Coming this way. Misplacing. Stop. Right. I'm going to stop placing blocks whilst looking to the right because that just won't work. So come here. Place blocks and look to the right. Come up here. Turn around. Look at your audience. Stop looking at my bum. There we go. Elle's giggles are so cute. She's been told similarly several times. Hi, Koala Girl. Good to see you. I'm just having a bit of a pause so I can actually go on and see where people are going in the chat because I'm struggling with watching both. It's fun. Click, click, clickety, click. Yeah, indeed. Let's get back to building something. You lot are going to get bored. We've got. I think we want some oak steps now. So let's get some oak steps, and I'm going to upside down oak steps all the way around this way. I think we'll dig some of these out in a moment, and then when we get to this section we're going to go right way round oak steps to there, and then upside down oak steps all the way around the front. That will join up with our oak beams then, and we can start fencing that. That's fine. Let's carry on with the walls. I'm trying to break up what I'm building so as sometimes it's walls, sometimes it's not walls, and it doesn't look quite so unstructured. There, there, and there. How did that get like that? Rogue block alert. Rogue block alert. Right up there and there. That can then come across like that. That's going to do that, and that's going to do that. Okay, we're starting to come together. We're going to mirror this on the other side. Get that like that. That like that. Just build a little donut. Okay. There, there, and there. We'll bring some glass into it at the minute. I will probably put a back door in this anyway, but let's put the back door offset a little bit so as we can put a window in there. That will work like that. We're going to texture this up. Don't panic. I can feel the tension in the chat at the moment. You mustn't be worried. The texturing will come, and no, there will be no diorite. Let's get it very clear at this time. Diorite will not be used in this build, neither the polished nor the unpolished form. Right, so we've got 3 windows on that one. We're going to come around. I may, however, use granite just to throw you off a little bit.
Oh,
I know, fancy granite, fancy. Or that might be a lie. I may not use granite at all. But if I get this here and here, we come. Oh, it's so hard to do this. How do people stream for a living? For goodness sake, Vigo, Shaka, if you're still in, how do you do this for a living? This is tough. Right, so we've got our walls in. We've got our walls in. Let's go for a bit of spruce, I think, for the top. Let's do there. And what we're going to do, we're just going to spruce around here. This is a very, very long side, isn't it? Goodness me, how did that happen? Right, so I'm going to pull this along. So I've got Elle whispering in my ear. Can you guys hear her? I'm assuming you can actually hear Elandros. So she's got to be careful about what she says as well. There we go. Because earlier on she
What
was
I'd
talking about
say.
all of you.
I was not.
Right, coming along this
Oh,
way.
she so was.
She so was.
Oh my goodness, you
Voss,
two are not allowed to gang up on me.
Voss is in on it as well now. Right. Of course we're allowed to gang up on you. Where's the fun otherwise?
Thank you,
Oh,
Rabbit.
dear. Oh, I've got to turn right. I've stopped putting blocks down. Who? I can't hear anyone. I think that was that a little fib by Rabin? I think that was a little fib by Rabin. We don't lie in this family. Right, going along this way. And trying to finish off that there.
She gave it away when she said, "Who, who."
Yeah,
Right?
that was the giveaway. That was the giveaway right there.
Ooh.
Oh, thanks for the follow there, Mad Tech. Appreciate it. Okay, so everybody knows, just on an aside, on Tuesday, and that's Tuesday, I'm putting the gable on this end now because we know this is the front, so we can put the gable on. On Tuesday, I will be releasing the video for the tour of the Avomance that I know a number of people that were watching this will have put in their bits and pieces for, and it was an absolute pleasure to drive around all of your stuff. Some of the builds were just incredible, and I'm really grateful for the permission to be able to feature them. And I do need to credit that Mad Tech did the editing on that video for me, so he's done a cracking job. Really pleased, and hopefully you'll like it too. I'll be really interested in the comments on that editing style because it's definitely something you wouldn't have seen me do before, but it's a very interesting way of editing, and I like it very lot. It's much more modern than my standard jump cuts, so that's quite nice. Now that's starting to get a little bit more shape, just a smidgen. Right, okay, that's cool. Now we're going to come this side, and don't say good job to him yet, Skyen, because you ain't seen it. That's just empty words, that is. But really appreciate the help on that, Mad Tech. Just for the record, let's get it out there. Appreciate it. Coming. Oh, someone followed me. Got. Hello, Kukaset. Nice to see you. Thanks for coming into the chat. We've got 27 coming along. It's only when you do it live whilst people are watching that you realise just how long it takes to put a blooming roof on a house. It takes a while. It really does. What I'm also quite interested to know is that the updated follow button that I thought I'd programmed into Twitch isn't coming up. And when people follow me, it's the cool cat with the bins on, and it's not me saying whatever it was that I said. It's all coming up. That's very different. Oh, well, never mind. Next time you watch me, hopefully it'll be sorted, and you can unfollow me and follow me again with impunity just to be able to hear it. Except don't unfollow me because that'll make me sad. Right, over here. That's there. Right, so we're starting to get a little bit more structure in this house. It's going to be very wide, isn't it? Goodness me, I might have to do something to breach that wideness, but we'll worry about that in a moment. Let's bring this along.
Hey, Todd.
Todd's in. Hey, Todd, good to see you. Coming this way. And there. Let's get the blocks up. And we'll put some structure into the roof again in a moment, because at the moment it's very up and down, and I'm not a big fan of an up and down roof. It just doesn't quite work for me. So let's come out and down. Interesting. If anybody's got any other techniques that they use that I can blatantly steal or magpie, I'm very open to you sharing those, because you never are too experienced to be able to learn a little bit more from other people. I must admit, when I was going around a lot of the builds that you guys have done on Avotopia and on Quarry, dead's in. Everybody, stop the clock. Dead's in. We've got that coming in. Yeah, I was really impressed, and you may recognise some of the techniques and the styles that I'm going to be using in the future because I've nicked them. Let's not, 2 words about it. I'm going to be nicking some of your stuff. I'm saying it now publicly so as to give you credit now live. Okay, that's that done. As I'm off the hook now. I told you that'd work, El. I told you. Right. So let's do this side here. Oh, we've not put in the struts. That was foolish. Let's come this side like that. We'll block that off in just a moment. Come in there, and then we've got the blocks here. Right, question in chat. I want hashtag roof or hashtag walls as to the thing that I texture first. 3, 2, 1, go. What's it going to be? Walls. I'm interested. I would do a poll, but that would involve me putting the blocks down and also involve me knowing how to do a poll. So, and both of those points are incredibly valid. So we're not going to be doing a poll.
Doomsphere. Dad thinks you should do a Doomsphere first.
Dead might. As soon as I've got world edit, I'll do a Doomsphere for you. Literally, I'll do it in seconds. Up there, and around.
/ poll.
Are you going to show off?
I'm going to try if I can.
Excellent. So Elandros is looking for / poll. That's like that. That will remind me to do those, and that will remind me to do those. So this is looking like a very average, very square house at the moment, but we will change that up.
Pearlescent is hosting you now.
Pearlescent, oh my goodness. Hey, Pearl. That's you know, no, you really will lose viewers, Pearl. Trust me. Be very cautious, but it's really good. Pearlescent Moon, for those of you who don't know who Pearlescent Moon is, she is an insanely good builder. I mean, she takes building to a whole nother level. I've never seen anybody as good at organics as she is, from Australia, and she's a member of the Legacy crew, and she's just superb. Great friend, great Minecrafter, and if you don't already follow her on both YouTube and on Twitch, please do go and do that. I've not got the bot set up at the moment, otherwise I'd be slapping it into chat for you to be able to go and do it, but Pearlescent Moon is who you're looking for. Right, for those of you who have just joined, this is the first ever, and yes, I did say ever, the first ever Avomance stream on Twitch. So be gentle, be kind, but feel free to laugh. That is also allowed. Coming up that side. I'm still not quite getting my head around watching the chat, so I'm sorry if I'm ignoring you. Well, I'm only slightly sorry that I'm ignoring you. I would love 2 assistants when I stream. yeah. Believe me, so would I. Yeah. But
Hey, Thunder.
But people are coming in. It's good to see so many people. 34 viewers at the moment. That's insane. Absolutely delighted with that. Let's finish this off. So this is looking a little bit like the way I started the house on Legacy that I did in the medieval zone, except obviously that was in survival and took about 400 years longer. But the basic shape is quite similar. Okay, did we have a result of walls or roofs? Because I was actually hashtag facecam. You've got 2 opes, MadTech. Seriously, 2 opes, and one of them's Bob Ope. So maybe one day, but we'll never say what that day is. So let's. Did anybody? I didn't see.
You had 7 roofs. You had 7 roofs.
7
and
roofs.
3 walls and 1 floor.
Right.
And
okay.
a yard.
And a yard. Okay. Well, the roofs won it then. So let's get some texture into this roof.
No, walls. Walls
won it, did it? All right. Well, I'll remove the texture then. Never let it be said that I'm not a democratic person. Let's put some texture into the walls then in that case. We're just going to use 2 standard blocks. I would also use andesite from time to time, but we're not going to do that today. We're just going to bang a little bit of standard stone and also some stone brick. I also need to decide where we're going to pop the chimney, because I'm almost certainly going to be banging a chimney in here as well. So if we can just have a little think about in chat, what side would we like to put the chimney, because that'll affect the way I texture the walls up. It's going to be here on this side, it's going to be in the back, or here on this side. Let's call it smooth stone side or stone brick side, and then we can decide which side the chimney's going to go, and it will kind of go up there a little bit. In the meantime, we're going to put some different stones. I was using smooth, wasn't I? Yes, I was. Right, so let's change that up and put some texturing into the walls like that. Obviously, if you're using World Edit, I could have just used a brush, but we're not going to do that today. We're going to do it survivalish style. Come in here. Hashtag stone brick smooth. Oh, there's a fight. You lot are fighting amongst yourselves. That's good to see. I should have connected this to Paddy Power. There we go.
Of course I'm counting.
She's pulling out a feather on each wing for every vote for each of the different types. So if a lot of people vote, she'll end up a flightless bird, which would be hilarious. So feel free to get those votes in straight away.
You're so mean.
She'll be a dodo, not an owl.
You know, owls have really long legs. That's a lot of feathers.
That is a
Just
lot
saying.
of feathers. Just saying, you're quite right. So, question, because I literally don't know. Can they hear you, El?
I don't know, probably.
Can people?
Yes.
Genuine question.
Yes.
We can hear you. Okay. Otherwise, it just sounds like I'm talking to myself. And whilst I'm quite happy for people to assume that I have an element of madness in my life, it would probably be best.
We need an adult.
This way. Okay, so we're starting to get this together, but I don't want to put too much texturing on these two sides because we'll be covering a lot of it up with the chimney. So hopefully we've got a result. So 5 more seconds on that, and then I'm going to start banging a chimney shape in to guide me. 4, 3, 2, 1. What was the winner, El?
Counting.
You're still counting?
What was I counting?
Whether it is stone brick or stone, the side to put the chimney on. What side are we going to go for? I'm bouncing around from one side to the other. Anybody know any good jokes whilst we're waiting? The owl's counting, so it might be a while. Yeah.
Oh, shush you.
I feel like putting the Jeopardy tune on. So I'm just going to
Makes
float
it harder
around.
to count when you're doing that.
I know it does. That's why I'm doing it. It's for fun.
Nah.
For goodness sake. Raven knows. Smooth versus brick. Doom spheres. She's just counting. Randomly counting. Koala girl. 11, 8, 20. That's just mean. That's just naughty. I have a creeper boat and it's... That's funny, Moo-Poo. Thank you for that. I might have to nick that one. That's hilarious. 42. Yeah, meaning of life.
It looks like smooth stone wins.
Smooth wins. Thank you very much. Right, so what I'm going to do, I'm just going to bring a bit of a shape around this side just to give me the shape of that chimney now. And that will work. And then we can bring that
Bearvas, you're evil.
You're just realising this now.
No, look. No, I'm not going to tell you what he put in chat.
What do you do? Baby shark.
Oh, don't.
Is that's got hidden meaning, I take it, does it? Baby shark?
I hate that song.
Okay. Right, so everybody in the chat. Everybody in the chat, we want a little rendition of Baby Shark.
No!
Are we ready? Do 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 baby shark do 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 baby shark do. I'm not doing anymore.
Mommy shark do 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 do. Daddy shark do.
Right, well that's monstrous, that chimney. We'll sort that out in a minute. Goodness sake, that's just horrible. Right, so let's get rid of that block. Let's get rid of that block.
That's Minecraft karma for the baby shark. That's all I'm saying.
Is that what that is?
Yes.
Avo shark do 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 do. Avo shark do 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 do. And it wasn't me, it was Koala Girl. I was just singing for her. She was lip syncing. That's my story and I'm sticking with it. Right, so if we come around this way, we'll have this just one, I think. Just one step down. Because it's no, that's 2. Can I actually not count? Let's make that like that. Make that 2 steps down and we'll wrap that around like that. We'll pop one of those in there. One of those in there up. and up, and we'll do the same on the other side in just a minute. So we've got those walls at least slightly textured. That's a little bit rubbish, that one, isn't it? Let's pop one there as well. Oh, and I've not put any... You didn't tell me I'd done half the job in chat. Come on, you're supposed to be telling me these things. The fact that I'm not even looking at it is not even relevant. So that's there. We're nearly done with the walls, and we'll move on to the roof afterwards. And then we'll put a bit of texture into this platform and a little bit of texture into the inside as well, given that that was requested. That will go in there, that in there. Okay, so marks out of 10 so far for the quality of the stream. I don't want to know about the quality of the build, because at the moment, hang on, I'm turning around, I'm talking to you. Don't want to know about the quality of the build, because everybody knows at this stage in one of these houses, the builds always look really, really average until you get the detail on. Quality of the stream, out of 10, anything less than 9 and you're kicked. What about that? 12s, 20s, 11s, 3,000 by Todd, he's promoted, and excellent. Only a little hiccup or two. I'll take that. I'll take a little hiccup, because this is where we're going to be doing some errors. Anybody only coming in the last 5 minutes?
Shock at 9.99999.
Oh, I've got to work on dropping that 0.00000000001, haven't I? Goodness me. Right, so let's texture up this roof a little bit. Thank you, Shaq. You're a star. Also, if no one knows who Shaka is, Shaka Panda, absolute professional streamer on Twitch now, was on the other one that no one shall talk about anymore, but superb streaming, all kinds of stuff going on there. The craziest hair in Minecraft. Love the guy to death. Go and follow Shaka. You will not regret it, trust me. Really great content coming out of that man. Let's texture this roof up. How's that? That's looking okay so far, but we're going to have to do something else with it, because this is sticking out just way too long. Way too long. We're going to have to do something. I think we're going to gable this up to try and shorten the length of that a little bit, perhaps. So we won't do anything on those just yet. We'll just texture these. And come there. Right. Just follow Shaka yesterday. That was a good shout, Seahorse. Nice one. And there, I think that's starting to look a little better. Dodge around the side of the chimney. Okay, I've got to say, whilst it is possibly one of the scariest things I've ever done, and I've done some scary things in my life, this is actually quite fun, this streaming life. Being able to chat to you at the same time, even if the chat is not quite directional yet, but with practice it will become so. It's a lot of fun. In fact, it's probably one of the most fun things I've done with my clothes on. So that's quite nice. And bear in mind that I really do like swimming, so that's a big statement. That up there, one there. Someone got it. At least someone got it. Never mind. So that's okay. Right, so now what we're going to do, I think we're going to have to bring in some dormer windows out here, because these have got to overhang a little bit, haven't they? That's just way too long a side. Should have gone a little bit further. If I dormer out that far, is that going to work? No, it's not. So let's dormer out there and come out that side. That's one block in, which is fine. And we'll come on this side. Dormer out there. Is that right? Yes. Okay. Now this isn't going to be a very big dormer window, is it? So let's try and give ourselves a little bit of height, just to give us some space. Underside, underside. It's going to be one of those horrible shaped dormers as well, where the architect should have been shot. Okay, so if I pop that there, that works. Okay, we'll bring, so that you can see starts to just shorten ever so slightly the length of that sticky out bit, which is an official building term, by the way.
The out bit?
The sticky out bit is an official building term. I don't care what anybody says, it's true. You can Google it.
I'll add it to my dictionary.
Yes, you should. It's the way forwards. If I pop that there and that under there, so that gives the gable a bit of support, and then we can bring the back.
Apparently, Voss says your Avokini is banned in 12 star systems.
It's he's ill-informed, actually. He's ill-informed. It is banned. It's banned in 14, but it's actively encouraged in 23.
Oh, there you go. See?
So it's, you know,
Get your facts straight, Voss.
it's his facts were accurate, but there was just some parts missing. There we go. Right, so let's just give that a little bit more of a point, otherwise that's going to look weird, and I'll come back to the other side of that. Now, we're not going to put a gable on this side because obviously the chimney is there, and that's going to kind of wrap around. I'm going to make it, I might make it quite weird actually. Should we go for a weird chimney? Let's get the chimney weird, so as it comes out this far, and we can kind of build it up a little bit further than that as we go, because that's at the moment, that's just a pencil sketch of a chimney. Let's add a little bit of layering in there. Let's get a closure on that there. We'll come in 2 blocks in that direction, 2 blocks in that direction. No, we won't. We'll go 1, and then we'll come down, we'll grab that, and we'll go 2 of those. Is that too high? That doesn't work, does it? Right, so let's pop that there and that there. That there, that there. I might have to play with that. I'm not entirely convinced by that, I'm going to be honest. I might have to play. We'll see how that goes. Let's extend this as well to about there. I'm just going to get a cobble slab, and we can pop a cobble slab on there and there, and we'll do the same on the other side, and we'll add more detail towards the end. So please don't be dismayed looking at that shape. It will work, he says with his fingers firmly crossed, but I think that's okay. Right, now what we're going to do, we're going to texture up this platform a little bit now, just by putting in some random blocks. And I'm using stripped oak, so as the colour scheme works. Palette's really important here. If you put in colours that just don't work for each other, it's just going to look pretty daft, frankly. So let's just pop all of these around here. Needs diorite. Right, someone kick Todd. Can you kick Todd from a stream? Is it possible? Or just kick him from the Discord. We could always do that, right? I think we can go for some spruce fence.
You can always time him out.
Could do that.
You can give him a boss. You can give him a timeout. Yep.
I gave him a 1 minute timeout.
You gave him a timeout. Oh my goodness, is that the equivalent of sitting him on the stairs?
Yep.
That is, isn't it? That's amazing. Is it possible to actually change it so as it's called you've got to go and sit on the naughty step? That would be brilliant.
No, I think it's just called a timeout.
Oh, I might have to write to Twitch, ask if they know who I am, that it's about sitting on the naughty step. That would just be so cool. Okay, right, so we've got a little bit more form and function there. Let's add the fence to that as well. I might put one there. That doesn't work, does it? So let's get rid of that. Put that upside down. No, put that there and there. And those there like that. Okay, so we've got a little tiddly back porch there that we can do something with in a little bit. Right, I'm not going to go on the inside yet. We'll texture out that floor on the inside, but we'll do that last. What I think we're going to do now is I'm going to do the gables, and I'm going to do the gables in the same wood. Did something happen? I stepped away for a minute. Oh, that's hilarious. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, my mods. Let's close this up as well. Hopefully there will be. I accept it does it. I hate when that happens. Right, that's why you should always count odd numbers, people, because otherwise you end up with that sticking out bit there, and you've got to do something with it later on. But we will. It'll all be good. This way and that way. And hi Volpix, thank you for the follow. Very grateful, my friend. Thank you very much indeed. So today, so far, in 44 minutes and 48 seconds, we've gone from 87 to 117 followers. Quite happy about that. Thank you very much, people. That's amazing. Right, up, preempt the problem there. Bring in this gable end. And like that. See, what I should be doing now, I should be going to my Be Right Back screen. I should be banging out all of the building and then Tadaring it at the end. And everybody will think I'm a genius. So let's... like that. Question in chat, actually. This would be quite an interesting question for everybody. I believe that you can record the VOD of this, and I believe I am recording the VOD of this. Would that be something people would like to see released on YouTube? Like an edit or even a non-edit of this type of thing, or even this specific broadcast, the first ever stream by me. Is that something that would be funny? A Life Exotic says triple yes. It's a triple threat there.
Shaka said yes.
Shaka said yes as well. Maybe we could do that. That might be interesting. It might be interesting. I'll have a ponder. We'll see how appalling it is. And if it's not too bad, then maybe we'll do that. Let's go for a bit of spruce doorage now, I think. And as always, door comes from the inside. But first, that's an external block. So I need to do that. Door comes from the inside. Anybody that doesn't do that shouldn't ever load Minecraft again. And put the door there. And what we'll do, we'll texture this up as well. Where's my block? Let's get that block there. Let's put a bit of texture in. I think that'll do it. That'll do it. Right, so I start to put in a little bit of detail just to make myself feel a little bit better about myself. Because at the moment, this is such a blocky mess. So if I just put myself some trapdoors just in under the gables to give it some depth, and as a result of that, it just feels ever so slightly better. You can see just that tiny little bit of depth there makes a big difference. So I'm quite pleased about that. Underneath here, we're also going to do the same. We're going to bring that across. We're going to replace these steps in here with some planks, and then we can pop this out and create the gable there. So that's fine. I need my end going up like that. Let's do the same on this side. Now, do we want to punch some windows out? Not yet. You know, I'm going to do that later perhaps. I think I've got all of them. Yes, we are good. Right, so I'm just going to dip in here. And just in those little sections, you notice I've got a little airspace there that I'm going to need to fill up. We'll do that as well. Come in this side. A little pop in there. And one in there. And on this gable, we'll pop that window out. And on this side, we'll pop that window out as well. Put in the shutter at the top just as a bit of a shade, and the same there as well. So we're starting to get a little bit more form there, which is quite nice. So now what I'm going to do, I'm just going to start to give ourselves some depth on the entire build, because at the moment everything is so very flat and square and it offends me greatly. So we'll put that, now we'll make a feature of that afterwards. That comes around, make sure they all face the right direction. Here, all the way over. I'm going to pop those two out actually. Again, block placement whilst trying to look at chat means that I'm going in the wrong way. Thanks, Seahorse. Really good to see you. Thank you very much for popping in. Almost time for Bushes. We aren't far off of Bushes dead. You're not wrong. We've got a little bit to do for Bushes, but the Bushes will come. Okay, so that's like that. Now, okay, so now we've got a bit of a quandary. What I sometimes do here is get a pop out. However, I'm sometimes ever so slightly offended by the shape that these steps make on that pop out. It doesn't necessarily quite work, but sometimes when you get your oak trap door on the top of it, it ceases to be quite so offensive. So hashtag offensive or hashtag not offensive. What are we going for there? I'm going to leave the chat to decide the fate of the pop out. It's a big deal. The fate of the pop out is in your hands, people. Hashtag offensive with Alandros. Hashtag it's a fight. It could be a big fight. It could be a big fight. I think offensive is going to win, isn't it? We've got more offensive than we have fence. Right, let's get some glass. Whilst you're fighting over the offensiveness of the pop out, we are going to... No, that's not a glass, that's vines. Right, there we go. I think I'm going to put some windies in there. There, and there. What's that? Do it with half slabs. Well, by the very definition of a half slab, it is a half slab, so they're slabs. When you say do it with slabs, do you mean like that? Is that what you mean? Holes are offensive. Indeed, I agree. Is that? Nope. What do you mean, Raven? I'm interested in knowing what you mean on that front. I appreciate you can't tell me. Above the beam. Ah, what? So a slab there? Is that what you mean? This is interesting. We've got interaction. Above the beam and then the beam comes in like that. Is that what you're saying? Exactly. Right, okay. This is less offensive. I am stealing Raven Thought's ideas and I'm going to make them my own. I have already applied for the copyright and you therefore can never use it again without paying me. But we're going to go for that and we'll see if that works. I think that's quite nice actually. I like it. I like it. I like that a lot. Let's go for that. That's a much nicer idea. I like the shape it's giving as well. It kind of gives that curve. Let's do that. Let's get rid of that fella and put the cobblestone slab there. Do that there. Get rid of that. Pop that out. And do the same on here. No, not there. For goodness sake, you're a professional. Come on. There we go. That there. And that like that. Okay, so we've got a series of pop-outs there that I think, you know what? I think I agree with you. Raven Thought, you are a genius. We'll go with that. And then I'm going to spoil it by putting trapdoors on the ends. But I prefer that to the open. I sometimes like buttons, but I think, you know what? No, we're not going to go for that. We're going to go for some dark oak buttons or spruce buttons. Which should we go for? We'll go for spruce. Otherwise, it could probably be too dark. Let's have a look at that. That's nicer. I think that works better, actually. Let's go for that. Let's come around. Get rid of you. That there like that. That there like that. And we've got that all the way around. I'm then going to take some spruce stairs. And we're just going to give a little bit of depth again to these platforms. We'll put something on top of those in a moment. All the way around. Anybody getting dizzy yet? I am. Okay. Right, so what I need everybody to do now is come really, really close to the screen. As close as you can get, literally. Your nose against the screen, like this. Are you dizzy now? I am. Blimey, don't do that again. That was silly. Right, let's get... I think I'm going to lose those. Those don't work. We're going to come... there, get that there and that there, and come out with those. That works. Okay, yeah, we like it. We like it. Right, so now we're going to start to put some detailing on under the windows. I do tend to like using upside down steps for the windows. A lot of people do use slabs. Not really my taste, I'm going to be honest. I think they just look a little bit too sharp. I like the stepping of the slabs there. Although what you can do is you can put a slab. In fact, let's just show you what I'm talking about. You can also put a slab and then underneath the slab you can put a fence. I've seen this work, but I don't like the gap that that leaves. It just doesn't work for me, which is why I tend to go for a step. So we'll go with that one instead. Let's put some glass into the windies again. There we go. I can't drive. Has anybody noticed? Which glass in that one already? Glass in those. Just need to get glass in these top ones here. And in that one. not going to put, I'm going to do something else with those ends, I think. Glass in those, and that top one. Okay, right, so now we've got this side that we do need to texture up, and this side. So let's put, not that, oh my goodness. That hurt me. Right, there we go. Let's pop that there. That's much better. We'll come around, put a little bit of texturing on that side and there. That's okay. And then we can start to texture this now because we know that chimney is going to be there. Let's come across to that. See you, Gregoire. Thanks for coming in. Appreciate it. That goes there. Okay, so I think I'm happy with that pretty much. Thank you for the Miss Granger. Good to see you. You took your time coming in. For goodness sake, we've been going for nearly an hour. Where you been? There we go. That there, that there, that there, and that there. And then I think we'll just raise that up one further. Right, so that is a bit of a sticky mess there at the moment, isn't it? So we need to bring that around. That's already around there. Right, I'm going to try and tackle the shape of this chimney now because that's abhorrent to me. So let's get ourselves a little bit of depth on that first. I'm just going to bring myself some stone brick steps and also some stone steps too. Actually, a stone slab might be better. Let's get these items in and ready. So I'm going to step up to the side there and underneath. Let's put a stone slab in there. Stone slab can go in there. Cobblestone step there and there. That's starting to come together. Right, so now we need to move away in that direction. That's going to come up and under there.
Oh, that's a good point, Shaka.
What point has Shaka made? Are you making? Always feels like it's been hot with cracked stone bricks.
The chimney.
It feels like it's been hot.
If you add cracked stone bricks
Oh
to the
right,
chimney,
I see what you
it makes
mean.
it feel like it's hot. Yeah,
it's a nice idea. That's a lot of people do use cracked stone. I think it's a really effective way of doing it. Sometimes if I'm building a house in a specific biome, like a swamp biome, we can pull in a lot of mossy stone in the bottom as well, just to show the moisture, but not too far up because the heat of the smoke would have stopped that from happening. Might get some cracked stone in here actually. That might be a really nice idea when we texture it out. Let's do that. Let's put that there. Let's bring that out because that doesn't work. Pop that underneath. That doesn't work either. We put a slab on there. Now, it sometimes looks like it's taking a long time to get these fellas right, but it's worth it because a dodgy looking chimney is not something you want. Let's pop that there like that. What I want is for it to kind of twist around a little bit like that. So you can see the basic shape of the twist coming around that way. So it's a little bit gnarly. And then when we texture it up with some various different stones, we'll get some cracked stone in there, definitely. It starts to look a little bit more natural. Let's get that under there like that. That's already got a step there, so we won't do that, but we can put a step in underneath that. And we can just smooth out the natural progress of that there like that. Whoop, that needs to come under there. That up like that. Let's bring that under there. And I think we're nearly there. I'm going to add a little bit more to it, but all in all I think we just, that can't work with that slab. There we go. That's got to go like that. Let's get ourselves some different blocks. Let's get some cracks. No, that's infested. You don't want to do that. That would be really bad. Right. Let's get some cracked stone bricks in there first, but we'll progress it up from the bottom because the bottom is where the heat's going to be. You're quite right, Shaka. And as a result, you don't want to have too much crackage as you go towards the top, obviously, because there's less heat bringing up from the bottom. So if I bring cracked perhaps to as far as there, that works quite nicely. Let's bring some cobblestone in as well to break up that stone, and then we'll also put just a little bit of normal stone in there too, and that will take off some of the harshness, and we can go up a little bit higher with the cobble, because that makes, no, can't do that one, that'd be terrible. Put it there, otherwise that doesn't work. Let's get cobblestone. Let's make that cobblestone steps actually upside down. Get rid of that one and that one. That can be cobble. Where's my stone? Let's just bring some stone in. There. So, busy sharing this on many socials, Dead, are you? Thank you for that, my mate. Make sure you let them know what they're in for, but that's very kind of you. Thank you very much indeed. Let's come up and around with a little bit of stone. We'll pop stone there. We'll keep those both like that, and then we'll come up there on that one. That can be cobblestone. That can be that. I don't want to make it too weird. That could work. Right, so what I'll do is afterwards I'll put a campfire into that, and we'll get ourselves a little bit of a chimney thing going, and perhaps we could pot it. Shall we? Let's pop that there, that there, that there, and that there, and then when we're ready we'll flap those up and we'll get ourselves a bit of a chimney pot. In fact, now they're on, we can get that there and that there. Stairs. We can bring in some stone stairs. Put that like that. And some cobblestone stairage can go there. So then when we flap it up, that looks a little bit more natural. We'll do that in a minute. I don't want the crackling of the fire. It will just be, well, frankly, it'll be annoying. So now what we're going to do is we're going to start to put a little bit of detailing on. Oh, I missed one of these. I missed a gable. Why didn't anybody tell me that we missed a gable? There we go. That's much better. Happy with that. And we've got also a missed window there as well. We'll get all of these windows underpinned. I guess what I did, I started doing the windows and I got round as far as the chimney and got totally distracted. It's been known to happen that I get distracted like that. I think we've got all the windows now. Let's pop in some, over those two doors, we're going to put some steps in there. Let's put some stone steps on this side, just to give it a little bit, again, a little bit more depth. And I think that works quite nicely. Now what we're going to do is we're going to get, where's the trapdoor gone? I thought I had a trapdoor. I must have thrown it away. We'll pop some spruce trapdoors across the top of that there. And across the top of that. Now I know that wraps. It's okay that it wraps, because what we're going to do is we're going to get a fence. I'm going to pop fences under there like that. I'm not a mad fan of that actually. We're going to change that window. That window is going to be different. Let's do that instead. There we go. I prefer that. That makes more sense to me. Okay, I'm going to put that there and that there. Bring that across the top. I know they're very small windows, but it's okay. We're going to get a block there and a block there. And the reason we're going to do that is because these shutters are going to be open. So let's pop that there like that and that there like that. Get rid of those and then bang that across and put in a fence underneath there. So there's some open shutters again, a little bit more depth. It just is a little bit nicer and changes it up a little bit. Pop that there. I think we are nearly there with the windows, aren't we? So let's put some shuttered windows on that one. And on this one, again, we're going to, these shutters are going to be open, I think. That there like that. And we'll just come straight across with that there like that. Okay, so you can see we're starting to bring in a little bit more depth to this build. It's still not there. We still got to do a lot more detailing, and most of the detailing on a build like this actually doesn't come from the building itself in most, but it just doesn't. It comes from the landscaping that you put around it, which obviously means bushes, and bushes is life, and anybody that doesn't know me doesn't know that, and I feel terribly sorry for you, but bushes is the way to go. That gable looks okay now. Thank you. Mama Bear, where have you been? We've been streaming for 1 hour and 5 minutes, Mama Bear. It's taking you this long to come and see me. For goodness sake, woman, what are you doing? Let's pop that in there like that. I forgive you. Because it's you, I forgive you. Right. That works. We've got nothing underneath that one. We've got nothing underneath that one at the moment. And we've got nothing underneath the other side either. Okay. So that's okay. It's starting to come together a little bit, actually. I'm quite happy. I'm not going to put... Or shall I? Shall I put... what I might do, I'm just going to have a bit of a play. Because with this over the top, I don't know if it's going to work. But let's have a little bit of a play with this. Just put a little gable over the top of this wall. No, it's not going to work with that there. But what I'm going to... I'll tell you, I'm going to change this up. I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to change it up. So what we'll do is we'll put that there like that. That there like that. That there like that. And then we'll get our slab and see if this can't work for us. That looks like... It's like a little man. Look, with his arms out. It's a... We'll consider that. So imagine this is now a ship. This is no longer a house. It's a ship. And that is the figurehead of the ship. I'm going with it. If you like it or not, I don't care. I'm going with it because it's different. Right, what we're going to do underneath here is... I keep throwing my stuff away. Spruce fence. I'm going to put a spruce fence under both of those just to give a little bit of support to that gable. I may come back and change that because I know I can hear all of you saying it. Oh my goodness, Avo, that is as ugly as all sin. And you're not wrong. So I may well change it. In fact, there's a pretty strong guarantee that I will, but I'm going to leave it there for now just to annoy those of you that it's a problem for. So we're going to come there with that and we're going to put that there. I'm going to get rid of that and pop that there. I think
it's not stilts, it's stilettos, Dad.
Okay. I think... Okay, we're good. Right, so stone button now. It's time to button. Let's get a stone button on here. And at the centre level, we're just going to put a button. Acts as a bit of a pin. It makes it look like we've nailed this fella together. And frankly, it looks like it's been nailed together. Probably with bent nails, but that's okay. We've got that there and there.
Mama Bear wants to know if you're enjoying streaming.
I am really enjoying streaming, actually. It's fun, but the pressure is intense. Oh my goodness. It's like, if I say one wrong word, as a very wise man said to me a little earlier on this evening, it's on the internet in ink and there's nothing you can do about it. So I've got to be really careful what I say so as to not make a complete fool of myself. But no, it's really, really fun, isn't it? It's actually really nice to have the interaction of doing stuff whilst you're chatting to people. The problem that I have personally is the fact that I'm a man. And as a result of being a man, I can't do more than one thing at one time. So I can place a block and then I can read the chat. And I can place a block and I can read the chat. And then I can place a block and I can read the chat. If I try and place the block and read the chat at the same time, I do this. And it ends up with something that looks like that. And that's not really what we're looking for. It's not got the finesse of the Minecraft professional that I am. He says with a trapdoor in his hand. But
wait, you're a professional?
I'm a professional. I am a professional. And anybody that says otherwise is a Leah. Right. Right, so I'm coming up. So I've got a problem with that gap. So what I'm now going to do is I'm going to trim that off temporarily, potentially, with that. That now isn't a gap. No, I'm not. I've changed my mind. I've changed my mind, and I can if I wish. I'm going to... I'm going to bring a beam across. That might not work. It might be a little bit low. In fact, it is a little bit low. But that's all right. We can live with a little bit low. And then I'm going to dupe up this wood facade here. Like that. And then that cuts off this as an individual kind of entryway. I might even put a second entryway in there. That might work. I can't do it anymore. Sorry, Pete. I can't look at it. It was a joke. Seriously, I can't do it. It's just horrible. It's just horrible. Seriously, for goodness sake. Right, let's get rid of that. That's just horrible. But what I am going to do, I am, however, going to leave that, and that. And then I'm going to trim it with that and that, because that's not horrible. That actually does quite work. Just on the front, I'm not going to do it at the sides. I'm going to leave those as trapdoors. Although I reserve the right to change my mind. I'm going to pop that there. And yes, that is the slab that I said don't do before. But it also leaves me with a gap, little air gap between that below and that above. And that kind of works quite nicely. Right. So now we have a bit of a decision to make. Do we do more detailing on the outside, or do we get bushing? So hashtag bush if you want me to start bushing. Hashtag inside if it's time to go inside. Look, Raven, Todd, you didn't do hashtag. You have to do hashtag, otherwise it doesn't count. There we go. The hashtags are coming. Right, let's get some oak leaves. And there are a few people in the world that suggest I overbush. But there's nothing wrong with overbushing sometimes. Just as long as you're aware that you are overbushing, it is perfectly acceptable and socially okay to overbush. So I'm just going to get some bushing in. I'm going to come... I don't know why Alandros is giggling. But that's coming. Put it down then, man. Put it down then. Put it down then. There you go. Right, so I'm just going to put just a little bit of bushing around the outside. Now, I appreciate that this ceases now to be mob-proof because a mob can just come on and go and come in and do me and eat my face. But that's okay because I'm in peaceful, so it doesn't matter. And I've also got the daylight cycle turned off, so no one's going to come and eat my face. It's all good. So come there and there. So this is just experimental. I have no idea what that was. Literally no clue what just happened there. Oh my goodness.
Brains.
That would be fair, Voss.
That's Voss. Voss is saying brains over and over. I don't know whether or not he's trying to be a zombie or he's just writing out his Christmas list. Could be either.
Both, maybe.
Both? Both? Is it both? It could be. There you go. So a little bit more bushing. We're going to do more than this, trust me. I can't have this just a few bushes. Here we go, and we're going to put one there and there. Now what I do need now is a composter. So get yourself your composter, fella. Because we're going to make some planters. Now you could use barrels, obviously, but I'm going to use a composter there and there. We're going to bang in a composter there. We're going to put a composter there. Put that there. Shift click. Get down, for goodness sake. Get down, boy. There you go. That's there. There and there. There and there. It is a little bit even, so we might have to change it up. Let's just put one on that one. Let's live wild. Put one on there. We're going to put composter on this side. That side, actually. Put compost there because we've not put those. Don't put it there, you foolish man. Right there. Okay. You know what? I've been sold. I sold myself. Right, so we're going to get rid of these because they don't work the way I want them to. So that there, and that there. That there. Get rid of that and pop that there. It's just, yeah, I prefer that trim. It's got just a little bit more medieval about it, I think. So I prefer it. This isn't going to work because it's even, isn't it? No, I'm going to leave this as the trapdoors because that's even. Silly man doing that even, for goodness sake. What was I thinking? That is okay. Right, we're nearly there. Right, so let's... where's the front? Hang on. Front, come to the front. What we're going to do now is... get a shovel. Let's build myself a bit of a path coming from the front, coming out, going in this direction and around, and there, and then we'll get some coarse dirt, get rid of you, and some what are we going to go for? Gravel. I couldn't think of the word gravel then. Okay, and we're going to pop different bits in here as well. Let's go one. Pretty random, to be honest, but it just makes for a nicer textured path. Don't do that. There we go. There and there. Get your coarse dirt in, man. So I've not invented anything new here. This is something that I've done in tutorials only about a bazillion times before. So I can go there, there, and there. That works okay. Let's just dig ourselves out a bit of a shape here. Like that. I think that's big enough. Let's just fill that in. Bucket of water. And let's just fill this fella up. No, it's not the most efficient way of filling up a pond. I know, you don't have to tell me. I just spammed it. I can. I'm creative, for goodness sake. Right there, there, and there. There, and there, and there. Right, so then what I need to do is I need to pop water sources there. Otherwise, it'll all look horrible. That's... Yep, nice little pond. Let's get ourselves some sea pickles. Light this fella up. Pop 1, 2, 3, 4 in there. 1, 2, 3, 4 in there. 1, 2, 3, 4 in there. And there. And there. I think that'll do. Yep, that'll do. Then we're going to get some green stained glass. We're going to do some rushes there and there. And also there, there and there. Then I'm going to get sea pickle and pop the sea pickle on the top. It won't be lit because it's dry, but it does look like some rushes. Happy days, that looks nice. Let's get some lily pad. Pop some lily pad in there as well. Get rid of you. Like that. That's horrible. What did I do that for? There we go. Get rid of that one, get rid of that one, get rid of that one. Pop one in there like that. And some sugar cane. Some sugar cane along the outside. Let that grow up, and we'll put some flowers and stuffs in there in a moment. But what we need are more bushes. Let's get some more bushes around this side. Bushing. Bone meal the bottom. I will bone meal the bottom, Willie. That is an excellent point. I was going to, and I completely didn't. You're a good man. I take back everything I ever said about you. Right, let's pop this in here. That there like that. Bone meal the bottom. There we go. That is much better. Oh, I'm stuck up. I'm stuck. I'm stuck under there. I genuinely am stuck. Oh my goodness. Flipping heck. Right, so let's pop that there. That was terrible. I lost my lily pad, but it's okay because maybe there were two. No, that's completely out of kilter now. I need to put a lily pad out there. That's better. Right, so let's get ourselves some fencage. Let's build ourselves a little bit of fence on the path. Like that. There. And let's come out there like that. And get a lantern. That there.
Oh,
that there.
Dad.
What's Dad done? Kelp? It's only 2 deep. Why? Are you mad? The man's insane. Right, let's pop that there and that there. I'm onto lanterns, people. Get that there. Right, let's pop a lantern just on that middle one. On one of those. Middle one and that one. Put a lantern there. And a lantern there. And a lantern there. Am I over lanterning, people? Yes. Yes, I am. And you know you love it. Right. Put that there like that. Okay, so we've got more lanterns than we can shake a stick at. But it's okay because we're going to pretend that it's Christmas or Halloween or some other such lantern-y holiday. So we can do that. It's perfectly all right. We're perfectly allowed. It's my stream. I do what I want. There we go. Come around this side. And one on that side as well. Because there's no point in putting flowers or whatever up on those because you're never going to get up there to water them unless you've got a really long ladder. And it's a real pain to get it out the garage, especially when I've not built a garage. So we're not going to do that. But that works. That's okay. Right, so we need to bush up a little bit more. Select it, man. Come on. We'll bring this up and around. That section can be bushes. There. Okay. And that there. Boom. Right, let's just put another height there. So we're getting a little bit of structure now, people. I think it's starting to work. What I want to do now, actually, a man's got to eat, right? So let's... Can you tell that I'm actively avoiding going inside? Do you know why I'm actively avoiding going inside? Because I hate interiors. I hate them. Interiors are the work of something that's not very nice. frankly. So I'm just gonna.
Interiors are great.
Interiors are great if you're good at interiors. Now, unfortunately, I am pants at interiors. Interiors are not my forte by any stretch of the imagination. So I'm just gonna wing it. And maybe if I don't do the interior and make the stream go on for long enough, no one will notice. That's the plan. That's the plan. Let's just put a few fences around.
Well, considering you said you were only going to go for an hour and it's already been over an hour, you probably don't have to do the interior.
Oh, I just like you just that little bit more now. Let's just put a little bit of light on here. And I think I might put, rather than wheat, I'm going to put some carrots in. I fancy carrots. So I'm
put some taters so there's not another famine.
But I'm not Irish. It's only the Irish that have to worry about potato famine. Right. Should do the rest of the stream in different accents. No, let's not. Right. Do that like that and like that. There we go. Carrots are planted. That's all good. I've now know exactly where I can put more bushes. How long have I been streaming for? I was literally only going for an hour.
Hour and 20.
Have I really?
20.
Oh,
Yep.
We probably will genuinely bring it to a close fairly shortly. It's amazing how long even just a relatively small house can take in terms of the build time. That's astonishing, actually. Let's get some flowers in here. Rose. Do I want roses? Yeah, let's go for roses. So let's just lob some roses in here as well. The red and the green offset each other quite nicely, whereas some of the other pastel-y colours don't work quite so well. The fact that I've got Wet Willy in this, who is an insanely good builder, I'm feeling very very careful, or I'm trying to be very careful what I do now, because he's so much better a builder than I am, and as a result I'm just pretending he's not there. There we go. Right, so we've got some there's that. What I'm now going to do, did I lob the bone meal away? No, I did not. That's because I'm a genius. Right, so we're now going to bone meal up the ground a little bit, just to give it a little bit more texture. Bone it up. There we go. We're almost
done. Look at all them weeds. All those weeds.
All the weeds. We're loving the weeds. Weeds are great. Weeds make it look like you meant it. There we go. Coming around there. That's starting to look okay. Now, the only thing I'm probably going to do now, actually, I am genuinely going to leave the interior. But what I'm going to do, I'll tell you what I'll do. Oh no, this is 16.1. I can't do it well done. When I've actually managed to, hang on, turn around, talk to the people, man, talk to the people. When I've actually managed to work out how to get World Edit to work in 1.16.1, or get VOS onto it, one or the other, could be the second. I'm not saying it might be, but it's probably going to be the second. Let's face it. I will do a schematic of this entire build, and I'll pop it into the Discord, not into the RID room, but actually into the Discord so everybody can see it. And then you can do your own blooming interiors and not keep asking me for them. Right, so now what I'm going to do, I'm going to get myself a camp fire. No, first. There we go. Get that in there. Put a campfire in there. Flap those up. There's the... I didn't think it was coming for the minute, the smoke. Did anybody think, where's the smoke coming? And I'm also going to put just a little bit of seatage. Now let's go dark oak, actually. No, not cark. What the hell's cark? Dark oak. Dark oak seatage out on your veranda here.
You know what else looks really nice on the top of those chimneys when you do those?
What's that then?
If you put a little flower pot on the top of your campfire, it looks like it has the little tiny pipe sticking out the top.
Okay, let's have a crack at that. Let's see whether or not the owl knows best. And she totally knows best. We are going to go for a...
That's a Shaka thing.
Okay, so if I then do... So what you said, just literally on top there. Mm-hmm. So if I put a slab there for temporary, a pot there...
You don't even have to. If you just pop it right on top of the like fire pot.
Yeah, but the fire's down two.
The fire's down 2 levels, so I couldn't just place it on top of the fire.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, that works quite well, and it stops so much smoke coming out, doesn't it? So it looks like it's just a little wee puff. Look at that coming out every now and again. That's a nice idea. I am completely nicking that. That's my idea. I've already applied for it. the patent is on, and no one else can have it. What I'm going to do now, I think I might lift this up.
Yep, that's it. That's a Shaka one, actually.
No, that's an Avomance one now.
Oh, okay. Well, it was originally a Shaka one.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's now an Avomance one, and everybody knows it.
He is very fast at those patents.
I have a patent lawyer on it straight away. It's best. I realised because people do contest quite quickly, and it's obviously best to make sure that there's nothing to contest. Let's get that out like that. No, I don't like it. That's too far. That'll do. No, I do like it. Let's change my mind. Let's pop that out like that. Okay, I think people. We need a table. I was just going to say we are done, but we're not. We need tables just by those.
You need an interior too.
No, we don't. Shh. People are going to do their own interiors. They specifically requested their own interior. Don't you go there. Don't you go there. For goodness sake, who invited him?
Later, Todd.
Blooming rednecks. Thanks, Todd. Really
Later,
appreciate
Todd.
you coming in. Thank you very much. Right, okay. I think we are good. Should we lob a tree in for lols? Right, I'm going to stick in a tree. Not a custom tree, just a normal tree. And we'll see what we end up with. Let's pop that in. Let's pop it there. That'll work. Let's get my bone... Oh, I threw my bone meal away, didn't I? Right, so it's... But not that one, foolish man. There we go. It's going to be a little one. Oh, it's always a little one when you want a big one, but we'll go for a little one. Right, I reckon, F1 screen, we are done.
Later,
That's
Shaka.
all right. Cheers, Shaka. Thanks a lot, man. Okay, that, my people, was... Oh, I'll do your tour, but the interior designer's not here yet. I'll do your tour. When the interior designer's here, I'll do your tour. So that was... the first ever Avomance stream. I really appreciate everybody coming in and having a go at this, because it's really scary but fun. I never realised how much fun it could be to do a stream. I wonder if it might be a lot easier to do a stream if I'm doing it in a let's play situation where I'm mining or whatever else, rather than specifically trying to focus on doing a specific build. But that was a great fun. Just having a quick peek now at the chat as well. For the record, Avo, I'm a natural. I say, old age, you're a very kind person. However, the medication is wearing off, and you might want to think about getting some more. But no, it was absolute divine inspiration to have all of you watching. It's brilliant. I've really genuinely enjoyed it, and thank you very much for coming. And I hope the next time I do a stream, which hopefully won't be too long, maybe in the next week or so, we'll have a crack and we'll stream maybe a bit more let's play rather than building a house or something like that. But very grateful for everybody coming. Thank you for subbing in. Not subbing, you can't sub yet, but you can when I affiliate. Just saying. Did I say that out loud? No, but thank you very much for coming and following. It's really very grateful, and we've ended up with 121 followers on that front. That's brilliant. So I will bid you all farewell and decide who we're going to do a raid on. Who should we raid? We've got to raid someone, right? Who are we going to raid?
See who we've got up.
Rendog TV. We can raid Rendog TV.
Should we go and raid Rendog?
Sure, Rendog TV. Rendog TV.
Right, everybody. 3, 2, 1. We are a raiding. Is that it? Is that how I've done it?
Yep,
it'll go in just a few seconds. Yep. So say your byes.
So, okay, guys. See you all later. See you in the Discord. Have a good one. Thank you very much. Really appreciate you all coming.
The go raid button.
It should be going.
Yeah, it should be. There it goes.
Okay. Awesome.
Okay, you should be able to just actually disconnect your stream and it'll keep him connected. Usually you talk for a few seconds to the person when you raid them, just to let them know you came in or whatever. Because sometimes I'll give you a shout out.
very, very hard
Stuff
the first
like
time I
that.
watched it, just because the cinematography, the storyline.
We will get your
everything was just
you did great, by the way, with
something
giving
that I'd
shout
never
outs to
seen
Shaka
before in my
and
life. And I just it was just
and
amazing to me. I
Pearlescent.
just thought it was so
That was
incredible.
great because
And
I
was
forgot
super excited about
to mention it
the
earlier.
sequels,
So I was like,
as
oh
was the
no.
entire world. And the sequels were
But you
okay.
did really good on that.
You know, I think that's probably being generous. I think most people hated the
Oh,
sequels.
followers only.
I thought they
That's
were okay.
why.
You know, it was still in the same world. I really enjoyed the world
Gotcha.
of the Matrix
Okay.
anyway, so I wasn't
Yeah.
too sad about it. But it's still, they just didn't have that magic, because the Matrix did something that no film had ever done. You know,
He's got chat in slow mode as well.
It presented
Yeah.
itself in a way that we had never
With that
seen
many
on
people
film
in, I'm not
before.
surprised.
And you know, there's a lesson to be learned there,
Mhm.
like as a content producer. You know,
You did great.
like, as much as you want to.
Yes, he's from South Africa. Currently lives in the
stuff that
UK.
Was successful for you, right? Like inverted commas, successful.
Yeah,
That was
you did
excellent.
great. You did
did absolutely great.
wonderful.
It's a trap to just try and always read.
The only
Hopefully,
thing.
yeah.
rehash
Hopefully, we
the
weren't
stuff that
annoying by
worked
just
for you
kind of
last
saying
time
bye
around.
and kind of
I think it's
reminding
much
you.
more rewarding. For you as a
The only
content
thing
producer to
is
try
like what
new
Shaka said
things,
is your
so in the,
when
in
you
the
stream,
example
you're
of
there
Desert
for the
Island, like,
viewers, not really to play the game.
there's a zombie
To
here, and he
focus
really
more
wanted me to
on
contribute
the
to
chat
it.
than on the game
You
itself.
know,
You can,
I
you know,
really love the
like if you
storyline
watch
of
him,
Desert
he'll
Island.
stop.
It
He'll be
was an
playing the game.
organic
He'll
story
stop
that sort
and
of
read
flowed
chat
and
every
became a
couple
weird
minutes.
thing, and it ended in a
He'll put it on like a
unexpected
pause
way,
screen
you
if he
know?
can, and
None of
actually
us,
just like
including myself,
right,
expected that the
you
place
know,
would
and
get
you can
blown
actually
up.
put it on your
I
character
think my
since you
main
don't have a
base was gonna
face
be
cam
it,
and can't look at the
you
camera,
know?
but you can put it on your little
But that's how
Avo
the story
character.
ended.
And
Or
And
even
that's,
just hit
to me,
like
that's, you know, that's how it ended.
the
And to me, it's awesome.
if you're playing Minecraft,
Like, I
just
love
hit
the way
the
that concluded. I mean, the same
inventory
goes
key.
with, like,
So you're looking at
the
inventory
cowboy
and
stuff
stop
that
and
we did at
talk
the
and make
beginning
sure
of the
you
season, right? With Ren the Kid
recognize those
and
people
Doc
that
Holliday.
have
You know,
followed
I had a ton of
and
fun
things like that.
making
And then
those
when you become
cowboy
when you become
episodes.
affiliate, you're going to
And
be
I
doing a lot of
really
it
loved
because
what
people are
we were
going to be
doing.
cheering
You know, I
you
really
with
loved
bits
Dead Dog
and
Gulch. And you
they're
know
going
the
to be
funny
donating
thing is,
all that.
rating, they're going to
that
be
entire
subscribing, they're going to
story,
be, you know,
that
all of those
whole
kinds of
cowboy
things.
story
So
thing that we did, which
So
now
think of
feels
it
like
more
it
as
was about 3 years ago,
as a
even though it was
chat
just a
with
few
people
months.
with a little bit of gaming going on in the
That was
background every
inspired
now
by
and then.
you guys in stream, right? Like, I don't know if you guys remember, at some point we were just
Yeah.
we were working on like a cowboy town or
Right.
something. I don't even know what
Right.
we were doing, but at some point we
But
got
you did good for
inspired
your
to
first
get
stream.
into
Oh,
did
you
very
absolutely
good for your-
did.
Mesa, and somebody and the stream actually came up with the name Dead
I
Dog
saw
Gulch.
that.
And from that generated an entire storyline, which was the first, you know, part of my
Did you-
season in Hermitcraft. You know, I would never be
There's
able
a
to
big red
recreate
button.
that
You should be able to
because
end
that
stream
entire thing was
on
generated
your.
organically. And
It'll still
know,
host
5
him.
years
A
ago,
raid will
I would-
host him.
I would try and milk
Yeah,
that
it'll
story
still
for
host.
as long as I
You're
could,
off.
because
Even if
it was
yeah,
so
you're
fun.
yeah, no,
But
it doesn't.
now,
He has to actually end his
Right,
stream.
he has to end the stream
modern
because it's still
Rendog,
showing
I
Rendog.
suppose you could call me.
But it will.
Says, well, that was the best that story could be, right?
Yep.
That's the best. that I
And
could have done
so,
it.
yeah,
It ended
basically,
beautifully. It
once
was
you
Doc
do a
Holliday
raid, it'll
putting me in
switch
a
to him,
grave
and you're
and
free
the
to
camera
turn
panning up
yours
to the
off at that
sunset.
point.
And that's it. I don't ever want to go back to that, because it was a little. Doc and I captured a little bit of magic, right? Some very nerdy Minecraft
I would
magic.
suggest on
I'll
Twitch
grant
that
you
you,
but it was a
if you
little bit of
haven't
magic.
already,
We
that you
captured it in a
follow
bottle, in a video, if
Minecraft,
you will.
the actual
And that's
category,
where I want
so
to
you can
leave it.
kind of peek and do some networking and look and see who's
yeah,
around.
you know,
So
I know,
when
like,
you end
I know
streams,
that's probably not the,
you
the
can
best thing for the audience.
check
'cause
that
the
out more
audience
easily,
just
that
wants
category.
more of the stuff that they enjoy. But you know, I think that a lot of the audience doesn't understand that. You know, the second time around just ain't as good.
Yeah, there's a lot of
It just
people
ain't as
with
good.
Minecraft
I
on.
think it's much better to try and figure out new stuff. You know, new exciting the things that you enjoyed in the past, right? And I think that is the philosophy and the technique.
Yep.
of the best
Yep,
directors,
it'll show
people
Rendog
who
for
make the
a
best
little
movies
while.
in the world.
I
They
think it's
know
like a
that
half an hour. It'll
they're making
continue
a
showing
piece of magic.
his channel
And
since you rated him.
It's not about sequels. It's not about merchandise. It's not about milking.
And same thing if someone
you know,
raids you, if
milking as
someone
many
like
sequels as
Rendog
possible.
or someone raids
It's about
you,
making a piece of magic
you'll be
with
on
a
their
film
channel
and then
for at
moving
least a
on
half
to
an
the next
hour
one,
or until
right?
you log off, till you quit streaming.
Anyway, I'm just ranting here. Making memories.
And a lot of
18,
times,
Marty,
like I
thank you very-
said,
thank you
if
very
you're
much.
able
Welcome back the
to
4
and
months.
you
Only
talk
4
to them
months
for
as
a little
subscriber that
bit
have
and
been
they,
following for
they'll
a while now. Thank
they
you
find
very
you
much,
pleasant
Making.
or whatever,
You've
they'll
been
do a
a
shout
regular
out,
for
they'll,
ages.
and
Thank
they'll
you,
tell
dude.
their people to
Appreciate
come,
you, man. And Avomance,
Come follow
the party
you.
rated
come follow
30. Thank you
you.
so much.
And
Welcome,
so
Avos. Are you guys called Avos?
there's a lot of networking kind of
Welcome
stuff
to the stream, guys.
with
Thank
it
you for the
too.
raid there,
So
Avo. And Surface Healer with the 22 months, almost 2 years, Surface. That's crazy, isn't it? Tweety Picks with the 200 biddies too. Generally love watching his streams. Always makes me and my husband laugh and smile. Nice one, Tweety. Appreciate you. And we got World Philosoph with the Prime Summage too. Welcome,
Good.
guys. Welcome.
Excellent.
Geez, we have been recording, making a replay mod file this entire time. My goodness, guys, that's going to be huge. Anyway, let's have a look.
and like I said, whenever you're
what
back
we have
from
done
your
around here. Let's go up to the top of Stress's castle. Actually,
from
we
your
should get a
your
nice,
time or
good
your trip
viewpoint
with
from up
with
here.
them and everything, let us know and we'll get your
Okay,
bot
that's
and
looking
your
awesome, dudes. That's looking awesome. So we're gonna have like
and
a
your
little
panels
nub
and everything set up so
of
that
the
you're
mountains sticking
so we
out
can
of
do
the
proper shout outs
foundation
and get the
over
Discord
here. That's gonna
linked
look great.
and
And then
all of
over
that
here,
stuff so we can get all of that
quite
in
a lot
there
of this
for
is gonna.
you. So when we're modding for you, we can
Mm.
and if you like this, we can do this too. We can sit in here and kind of be in your ear if you want us. I did it with Voss all the time. If you don't, that's fine too.
Yep.
If you go into
I think you have to stop streaming though, because it says you're still streaming. It says you still are.
no, he should be able to oh, she should be done. Yeah. Yeah, it says he's hosting. Okay. So you should be able to go into your creator dashboard and there is in content, there's an area called video producer. There's a section called content and then video producer, and it should have all of your videos. If it's not there yet, it just means it hasn't finished processing and been placed there yet. Must not have turned it off yet. Is your Twitch studio still up?
Some of these trees into into warped trees, right? Like nether trees. Nice thinking, dude. I like that.
In stream, yep.
That is spicy,
Yep.
man. I'm picking up what you're putting down, baby.